And welcome back to the Sports Wrap, joined now by Frank Vatrano of the Providence Bruins, leading the team in scoring. Thanks so much for joining us. A whirlwind year for you. You're from Massachusetts. You get called up to play for your hometown team, the Bruins. You score a hat trick, score your first goal in your first ever game, doing a lot of good things here in Providence. Just take me through the last 5 or 6 months, because it's been kind of a whirlwind year.
Like you said, it's kind of been a whirlwind. Things that happened that I didn't really expect to happen. Got off to a good start here in Providence, and I just didn't really look back ever since that. I went up to Boston playing with confidence, and that's something I didn't really expect to happen this year, was to get a call and to play in the NHL. Maybe a couple of years down the road I get my chance, but for it to happen so soon, I couldn't have wished for it to happen any better way. And then like my first game being against Montreal, rivalry I've grown up watching. So to be a part of that, and to be a part of the Bruins organization as a whole, it's just been incredible, and it's been a dream come true. So
you grew up a Bruins fan. First game against Montreal, a flair for the theatrics. You score against the Habs, as you mentioned. You had a hat trick later in the year. Now that a little time has passed since your time with the Bruins, can you look back and say, "Wow, I can't believe that just happened"?
Yeah, for sure. Even now, it's kind of hard to think, that I've accomplished those things this year. And like I said before, it's happened a lot quicker than I expected. And to get a hat trick and even score my first NHL against Canadians in my first game was something I've never pictured before. And now I'm here back in Providence and to develop more. And I'm playing with some great guys down here, so it makes the game a lot easier. I mean, it's fun going to the rink every day with when you're playing with a bunch of good guys.
Yep. We talked to a lot of P-Bruins players, a lot of Paw Sox players who are one step away from being pro. How do you manage being so close to getting the next call but still focus on being a Providence Bruins player?
I think the biggest thing is just not worrying about when you're going to be up there next. So that's the biggest thing that's going to hurt you, is worrying about when I'm going to get a call. You could be playing really well and you're not going to get a call. And sometimes that's just how the way it goes. But for me, it's just keeping my same game every day and do the things I did good in Boston and keep working on those things down here in Providence. And then only a matter of time before I get another call. But if I don't, I just got to keep playing hard, and hopefully the call will come sooner than later.
What is the biggest difference, AHL, NHL?
I just think it's being consistent night in, night out. And in the AHL, we're used to playing Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and in the NHL, it's you play a game, day off, play a game. So I think it's when you play those games repetitive like that, you kind of have to be consistent in your game. Sometimes I'm a goal scorer, so if I'm not scoring goals, I have to bring my B game, so I have to be doing something else. So it's making sure you bring all those parts of the game every night.
For those who haven't seen a lot of you, you mentioned you're a goal scorer. Describe your game. Obviously, despite missing a lot of time with Providence, you lead the team in goal score, so you're not afraid to throw the puck on the net.
Yeah, if you watch my game, you kind of think I shot the puck too much, and guys are joking around about it too much, not saying I don't know how to pass, but it's something that I try to revolve my game around, is use my shot to my advantage, and kind of create offense that way. And I've been playing with some guys in Providence who are good at dishing out the puck to me, so to have those guys that make the game easier on me, it's just, for me being a shooter, it's just all I have to do is get open and just try to put it in the net.
Does Cam Neely and Sweeney, do those guys kind of keep you posted on where you are in the track to a consistent spot with the Bruins? Obviously, when Krejci was out, you kind of were up there, but are you kind of monitoring, injuries and free agency and say, all right, maybe I slide into a consistent role down the road?
I mean, that's something I don't really, try to focus on. But there's always people, fans, family, friends that are always, oh, this guy's hurt, you going up, and I just tell them I don't really know what's going on. I try to focus on the everyday situation I'm involved in, and I just don't try to get tied up in that stuff. And obviously, if there's a spot for me, that'd be great. But like I said, I'm more focused on playing down here, and it's just some people try to ask me those questions all the time, and it's hard to give them an answer.
Last question. Do you have a funny welcome to the big league moment? You go into a locker room with guys you grew up watching, like Patrice Bergeron, Brad Marchand. Was there a moment where you realized, wow, this is the big leagues, whether someone giving you a hard time or pulling a prank, anything like that?
Yeah, I'd say, so beginning of the year before camp started, I went up to Verstucci in Wilmington, is when all the guys start coming back and kind of have captain skates. And Jay Pandolf, our play development guy, told me I can go down there and skate with all the guys. So this is probably about 3 weeks before main camp, and I go in the locker room the first day, and the first person I meet is Brad Marchand, Patrice Bergeron, and Chara. Those are some guys that I've grown up watching my whole life. Not my whole life, but ever since I was older and started watching hockey more seriously. Guys I try to model my game after, like Bergeron and Marchand being forward. So I mean, seeing Chara, how big he is, he's even bigger in person than he is on TV. So that was kind of an eye opener for me, and it was cool. And those are guys that I model myself after. So it was cool to be a part of them right away.
All right, Frank, thanks so much for joining us. Continued success with Providence and down the road in Boston. And we'll have much more from the Sports Wrap coming up right after this.